I didn't say a word when the HOA president stormed up my driveway, waving papers and shouting about damaged community infrastructure. She pointed at the fresh asphalt strip running over what used to be my drainage ditch. He just smiled, placed the county flood control order on her windshield, and told her quietly, "You just paved over county property." Before any of this, I wasn't looking for a fight. I moved here for peace, 3 acres of open land, an old ranch house, a tin roof that sang in the rain. The ditch along the road carried runoffs of the county retention pond. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. For a year, life was simple. I fixed fences, watched storms roll across the hills, and didn't bother anyone. The HOA barely noticed me, until they did. One afternoon, I found a notice taped to my gate. Violation for obstructing shared drainage. I called the number, expecting a mistake. The woman said, "You'll need to remove the obstruction." I asked, "What obstruction?" She said, "The ditch itself." That's when I knew this wasn't confusion. It was conquest. They wanted to fill in the ditches, pave, clean curbs, make everything match their glossy brochure, my property line. And that ditch ruined their perfect picture. I explained the easement, county flood control feature recorded long before their HOA existed. She laughed and said, "We'll see about that." A week later, surveyors showed up, moving stakes 6 feet into my land. When I asked who authorized it, they said, "The HOA board." No county approval, no paperwork. Then came the paving crew, early morning, loud machinery, the smell of hot tar. They were covering the ditch. I took photos of everything. Plates, trucks, the wet asphalt steaming in the sun. I sent the HOA an email with the photos and a warning. "You've altered a flood control structure," they replied, accusing me of damaging community property. They even threatened fines. That night, I stopped arguing and started researching. I pulled my deed, the subdivision plat, and the original zoning maps from the 1970s. I learned that ditch wasn't just drainage. It was part of a federally protected watershed. Every inch of their new asphalt violated county and state code. I filed a records request and got the official flood control order 7 to C. It showed the ditch and 5 feet on either side were under county jurisdiction. Meanwhile, the HOA sent me a notice of violation for interfering with roadwork. Fines up to $250 a day. I ignored it and contacted the county flood control office. The engineer called me back within hours. They don't have permits. A week later, he arrived with inspectors. They took samples, measured grades, and quietly noted violations. One muttered, "Section 4 to D." They're in trouble. Days later, the county issued a stop work order and a citation against the HOA. Suddenly, the board wanted to resolve this amicably. They asked to meet. I agreed. That's where it all came full circle. The scene I told you about, the president and her lawyer showed up, trying to sound reasonable. I let them talk, then handed over the flood control order and the county citation. The lawyer's face stiffened as he read. The HOA had paved over county land. That improvement was a crime. I told them the county would require full removal at their expense. The president went pale. I didn't say another word. A few weeks later, heavy machinery came back, not to build, but to tear up their work. The county supervised every inch. The HOA paid over $38,000 to restore the ditch. The president resigned. 2 board members followed. The new board sent me a letter thanking me for my diligence in protecting public infrastructure. I filed it under petty victories. When the next storm hit, I stood in the rain watching water flow clean through the ditch. No flooding, no chaos. Just the quiet hum of things working as they should. People ask why I didn't sue. I didn't need to. The law already had. Now, when I drive past the meeting house, they wave or they don't. Either way, it's quiet again. The land is dry. The ditch runs true. And the peace I came here for is back, protected by something stronger than their rules. The law itself.